I'm here with Eric and Michelle Forbes, owners of the Kimberley City Bakery and recreational medieval enthusiasts. That's right, and now they've turned their love of all things medieval into an entire festival, which is now in its third year running here in Kimberley. So, why a medieval festival?
We thought we'd bring a little bit of something to Kimberley, and instead of doing a traditional anniversary cake for our anniversary, we thought we'd throw a festival instead.
That's great. And once you had a vision of what you wanted to do, how then did you put that into motion?
Well, we got in contact with an amazing group of Vikings out of Calgary and threw it together and hoped for the best, and it seemed to go pretty well, so we were pretty happy with it.
That's great. And now that you're in your third festival, what sort of attendance numbers have you seen and do you expect?
In the previous years, we've averaged around the 10,000 people mark, and this year we're hoping with good weather we should be able to hit that and with a little bit more luck.
Great. And how many people does it take to run a festival of this size?
Well, it takes lots of people. Of course, all of the volunteers, all of the acts, the Vikings, the knights, the entertainers, the musicians. So altogether, it's about 100 or 200 people that pull together to make this happen.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, I've never been to a medieval festival before. What sort of things can I expect to see and do when I arrive?
When you first arrive, you'll notice the live village, and there you'll see how the Vikings and the knights lived in their period. In there we'll have everything right down to what type of bread they had, which is supplied by us, and you'll see the fight reenactments and see how they battled and what gear they would wear during that time.
Speaking of which, I heard a little rumor that there is a costume set aside awaiting my arrival.
There is. You'll find it just inside of the bakery for you to get it on.
Okay, this should be fun.
Looks good.
Looking good. I tell you, I feel terrific. So what am I wearing here?
So this is a traditional peasant costume. The trousers and the tunic would be pretty much interchangeable between Viking and the knight periods. There is a little bit of difference, as the reenactors will verify. The hood is definitely more Viking. The medieval hood would be a little bit different. They're all with traditional materials. Traditionally, they would use either wool or linen, and so that they're light and breathable and nice to wear all the time.
And now, Eric, would this be business casual?
Oh, definitely business casual. You could definitely go into a bakery like that with no problem.
Excellent. You mentioned earlier that it takes 100 to 200 people to run an event like this. Are you still in need of volunteers?
Yes, we are. We will be holding a volunteer meeting probably mid-June, and anybody who's interested is definitely welcome to come in and help us out.
And they can also find you at the Kimberley City Bakery website, and one of the links there, is that right?
That's correct. So if you're looking for us, you can look on the website for the Kimberley City Bakery, and there will be a tab at the top for the Medieval Festival, or look for the Kimberley Medieval Festival on Facebook.
Great. We also mentioned earlier that you and Michelle own and operate the Kimberley City Bakery, and you just actually won the Jake the Baker Award. That must feel good.
Oh, it feels awesome. It's very awing right now, and we're just thrilled that we could honor the Kimberley and that we could be #1 in Canada right now for bakeries.
Yeah. And to accept the award, you were whisked away to Vancouver, which must have been exciting.
It was so nice to have our first vacation since we took over the bakery, so it was a nice little break for us.
Well deserved, I'm sure. Well, Eric, Michelle, thanks so much for joining us. Once again, that's the Kimberley Medieval Festival, July 8th to 9th, right here in the Platzl. For the community producers in Kimberley, I'm Jared Gross. To the bakery.